So you're making good music, but you're still not getting signed. You're a really good DJ/performer, but you're not getting booked. What's missing? We both know the answer, don't we? It's your brand. You need the brand, the marketing. The first thing that a label is going to do when you send them that song, they're going to check you out. I always say this quote to my students: before they listen, they will look. The first thing a talent buyer is going to do before booking you for that show, they're going to check you out. Before they listen, they will look. They're going to look you up on social media, they're going to check out your brand, they're going to see if you have an engaged audience, if you're connecting with people. They're going to see if you have fans that care. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a crash course on music branding. Why listen to me though? My efforts in this area have landed me in Forbes, Billboard, MTV. I've lectured on this topic of branding at the best universities in the world, like Harvard and NYU. I've also been teaching music branding at our school, Cosmic Academy, for over 10 years now. If you don't know what that is, Cosmic Academy, it's an artist development program. We have over 700 students, and they use this stuff and get incredible results. And it's not just due to their great music, which they have, it's also the great branding that they're working on. And this helps in all areas. It helps our students sign to big labels. They sign to Spinnin, they sign to Toolroom, Defected, Armada, Anjuna, Monstercat. They play the biggest shows like EDC, Tomorrowland, Ultra. So this shit works. That said, let's dig in. Realize that succeeding in music is not just about you being talented at production or DJing or performing. Your brand also matters. Sure, you could have like a huge hit and then you're gigantic, one hit wonder, one big song, but you can never predict a hit. Also, if you just rely on the music side, you're probably only going to get to a certain level. The people that are truly the biggest artists in the world and going back in history had both. They had the music and the brand. People think though that this is a new thing. Oh, it's because social media, we have to do branding now. No, this is something that has been going on for over half a century. If we go back to the 1960s, the Beatles, they incorporated great music and a great brand. They had this really good music and they were connecting it to the things that they were passionate about. The peace and love, the counterculture during the Vietnam War, everything going on in the 60s that mattered to them. And look at the 70s, great artists that had great music with great brands like Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin or Elton John. Some of them would have costumes or they did movies or had elaborate branding with their shows. Then you get to the 80s and then the music videos started being that connecting piece. Michael Jackson was having music videos directed by Martin Scorsese. That's all branding, the dancing, the costume, all branding. So what is branding supposed to be doing? Well, it's a word that I've used quite a few times now. It's all about connecting and giving value. And I like to use this definition for many reasons, but a good definition of brand is it's the world that you create around the music. So how do we do that? Well, it's all based on the tools and the media that you have at the time. In the examples from the 60s, 70s, 80s, the tools were maybe the television or the music video. The tools in the media of our time is, of course, social media, the Instagram, the TikTok, the YouTube. But you already know that. And DJs and producers, they screw this up all the time. They'll just post a picture of themselves next to a brick wall, or they'll just show a video of their DAW and they'll take their camera phone and go like this. And then they're confused as to why they get zero engagement and zero fans. Like I said before, branding is all about connection. It's also about giving value. Connection and giving value. When I say giving value, there's a ton of ways to give value. Content that gives value might be things that are interesting, fun, entertaining, funny, informative, educational, inspirational, motivational. There's so many ways to do it. But that picture that you're posting of yourself against the brick wall, how does that connect to your audience? How is that giving value? See, this is where most people have trouble. They don't know what to post. And a lot of times they'll just look up their favorite DJ and see what they're doing. And that's a terrible idea. Why? Because DJs suck at branding. There are a few that are good. Diplo does his thing, Dylan Francis, John Summit. But if you're looking up what they're doing, you're comparing your step 1 to their step 10. You can't do what those guys are doing. You can't show yourself on private jets or they're hanging out with celebrities backstage. So again, what do you post? I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown, but I do wanna say that when we work with students at Cosmic Academy on this takes hours. We have tons of classes on this. We do one-on-ones about this topic, and it takes a long time to figure out. If you do want to work with a program like ours, I'll leave a link below in the comments. You can apply there. But the shortest version I can give you right now goes like this. Think about those two concepts I keep mentioning: connection, giving value. What are things you do or passions you have? And those things, can you connect with people on them? And if you can you shape them in a way that gives some sort of value? For instance, maybe you have a pet. Let's say you have a cat and you teach your cat to dance to music. You've taught your cat some tricks. Once a week, you show a 6-second real TikTok clip of your cat dancing to your music. Let's actually show this on screen. I want everyone to smash that like button for me, but not for the video. Smash the like button for the dancing cat. This cat's been practicing the dancing all week. But what is this really doing for you in social media? It gives value because maybe this is a funny piece of content, it's an entertaining piece of content. Maybe you make it informative or educational, or showing how you taught your cat this. So it's giving value, and it's also going to connect with the people that love cats. Great example of someone that did this with cats is Deadmau5. He didn't have his cat dancing or anything, but he incorporated his cat into his content, and that connected him with plenty of people who also like cats. And when that happens, when that connection happens, you feel closer to that person, right? But let's say you and I had something in common, and we both found out that we love to exercise or we like the same sports team. Immediately, we feel more connected. And that's what this is truly about. If you like Nike and you grew up liking Nike because you loved basketball, you loved Michael Jordan, you felt connected to that company, regardless of the sneaker itself. It was about the brand. Maybe for you, you like surfing. So you'll show a video of yourself once a week. It's 5 seconds long and you're not that good. So it's just you busting your ass on a surfboard. Fisher did something similar to this when he was starting out. He made tons of content of himself doing this thing that he likes, this connection piece, and putting it out. And then if you're a surfer and he's a surfer, you feel closer to him. And you might be saying, but Justin, this doesn't have to do with music. Not exactly, but it has to do with you. The fans are trying to connect with you. You love your favorite artist, not just because of their music. You feel a connection to them for a number of reasons. I liked Blink-182 when I was growing up. Why? Yeah, their music was really good, but I was also like 13, 14 years old at the time, and I found their humor to be hilarious. It was like perverted, goofy humor that adolescent 14-year-old kid would find funny. You combine that with the good music, you have that connection, and then that big result happens. So I want you to think about this. I want you to think about building that world around your music, connecting with people on the things that you're passionate about, and giving value. Start putting out content. Start letting people know who you are. They're trying to connect with you. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button. We have plenty more stuff coming out like this. And if you want to learn more on these types of topics, I'm going to have another video pop up right now. Go watch that one next. We'll see you in there.